Fatal Vision is considered one of the best true crime books ever written. It's the book about the MacDonald murders. Dr. Jeffrey MacDonald, after decades, is still in prison for the 1970 murders of his pregnant wife, Colette MacDonald, and of his 5-year-old child, Kimberly MacDonald, and his 2.5-year-old child, Kristen MacDonald. These were brutal murders. Colette MacDonald was clubbed and stabbed multiple times. Both her arms were broken. And Kimberly MacDonald had her skull crushed, as well as multiple stab wounds. And Kristen MacDonald was stabbed multiple times, both front and back. Brutal, brutal crimes. But one thing both the murderer, Jeffrey MacDonald, and author Joe McGinniss have in common is that they want to blame the murders on drugs. You know, Jeffrey MacDonald told the story of a bunch of intruders chanting, "Acid is groovy, kill the pigs." Now, that story, on the face of it, doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, it was kind of after it was shortly after the Manson family was arrested, and it was to kind of call up the images of the Manson thing. But, well, Dr. MacDonald might well be the pig, and maybe his wife, Colette MacDonald. Why would a 5-year-old child be the pig, according to the hippies? Why would a 2.5-year-old baby be the pig, according to hippies? Why would they be targeted by hippies? They wouldn't be. Okay, but anyway, he's basically blaming it on drug-crazed hippies. Okay, now, Joe McGinniss, in trying to give his readers something more than the prosecutors had, given the jury and judge, tried to say that diet pills that the doctor had been taking or might have been taking as part of a dieting program somehow contributed to these murders. He had been taking esketrol. It's an amphetamine. Amphetamines are in large doses associated with aggression and even with violence. But there's no solid evidence that he was taking large doses of amphetamines. I mean, he has to kind of jump from he may or may not have taken a pill to maybe he was taking a whole bunch of pills. But there's no evidence. Again, there's no evidence for that at all. And he has to admit there's no evidence for it. It's just speculation that he was taking those pills in large numbers, which is not backed up by anything. It's just a theory. And it is kind of like the, acid is groovy, kill the pigs theory. It's kind of a way of kind of avoiding a real explanation. An explanation that has to do with the issues that were in that marriage, the issues that were in MacDonald's socialization, that were in MacDonald's belief system, that were in his and maybe his victims' ideologies, that led this marriage to end in such a horrible, horrible manner. Okay? I think that in general, though, we tend to want to kind of look to the drugs made me do it. Can be a modern version of the devil made me do it. And of course, Geraldo Rivera has had programs about satanic, things where he's kind of